So today's class is on multiplication of two vectors. When we multiply two vectors, there are two options with us. We can get answer as a scalar, that is the number, or we can get answer as a vector. So the topic of today's class is multiplication of two vectors. So we are going to learn the first part in today's class, how to multiply two vectors when we want the answer as a scalar. So let's make a drop down menu. Here one part is called dot or scalar product, and other kind of product is called cross or vector product. As the name suggests, in this kind of multiplication my answer will be a number which could be negative, positive or 0, and in this part my answer will be a vector. When answer is a, is a vector, it will have both magnitude as well as direction. This side, since it is a number, it will just be a number without any direction. So I am dealing with two vectors A and B. Here also I am dealing with two vectors A and B. Now we need to select a symbol to be put between the two vectors. In this case we put a symbol as dot, and in this case we will put a symbol as cross. Now how do we define A dot B? That is the reason we call it as a dot product. And the answer of A dot B is magnitude of vector A, magnitude of vector B into cos of angle between vectors A and B. Here it will be defined as magnitude of vector A, magnitude of vector B into sine theta into n cap. I am not explaining this right now because today's class is on dot or scalar product. Now this is the vector, this is the vector which is the dot inside, and this side is a pure number. Magnitude of A is a positive number, magnitude of B is a positive number, theta is the angle between the two vectors, and we have already studied angle between two vectors is between 0 and pi. So cos theta will be negative if theta is in the second quadrant, and will be 0 when theta is pi by 2. So when angle is more than pi by 2 and up to pi, cos theta will be negative. In that case A dot B will be a negative number, and if theta is 90, A dot B will be 0, and if theta is acute, A dot B will be positive. So this side is a scalar and hence it is called scalar product. So A dot B का आपको formula आ गया, magnitude of A, magnitude of B into cos theta. Now what will be the formula for cos theta? We don't have to really learn it, you just rearrange it. So whenever you have to find the angle between two vectors, this formula you can use. Cos theta is A dot B divided by magnitude of A and magnitude of B. Alright, second, A dot B will be 0 when vector A is perpendicular to vector B. That is, the angle between them is pi by 2. And do you know the reason why A dot B will be 0 when vector A is perpendicular to vector B? Because cos 90 is 0. So conversely, if two vectors are at right angles, their dot product is 0. If the dot product of two vectors is 0, they are at right angles. But I can draw two more inferences. If A dot B is 0, I can draw three inferences. You know what is the first inference? Vector A is a null vector, or vector B is a null vector, because null vector dot B will be 0. Or the main inference is this: vector A is perpendicular to vector B. So if I will prefer that you keep noting this in your copy side by side, and that is why I am writing it pretty slow and not going very fast in the class. So now you have a fairly good idea of dot product. Cross product we will take up later. So A dot B, I will just briefly and quickly summarize this. A dot B is magnitude of A, magnitude of B into cos theta. Theta is the angle between the two vectors. By definition, theta is between 0 and pi, inclusive of both 0 as well as pi. When two vectors are in the same direction, angle between them is 0. If they are in opposite direction, angle between them is pi. And cos theta formula can be obtained from the main formula by rearranging. And if theta is pi by 2, and since cos pi by 2 is 0, A is perpendicular to B, that means in that case A dot B is 0. Or if A dot B is 0, I can draw three inferences, either A is a null vector, or B is a null vector, or A is perpendicular to B. So now I will start with the other next portion of this theory. So I will rub this off. Now the next topic is square of a vector. So you know what is 5 square, 5 into 5, 25, 5.5, 25, between numbers it does not make a difference. Now A square also will mean vector A into vector A. But now what we are going to put in between these two? We have to take a call, we have two options, either dot or a cross. Suppose I put cross here. So what will be A cross A? Magnitude of vector A into sine 0, because the angle between vector A and vector A will be 0. And sine 0 is 0, therefore A cross A will always be a null vector. So there will be a universal statement, square of every vector in the entire world is a null vector. So that is not true. So we will take it as a dot product. So now by definition you will remember, square of a vector means A dot A and not A cross A. And let us do it further. Now what is A dot A? Magnitude of A into cos of angle between them. And what is the angle between two vectors? A and A is the same vector in the same direction. So what will be the angle between the vector? It will be 0. Now what is cos 0? 1. So this will be this. So now from this I am going to use a very famous statement. Very famous statement which will be used in lot of numericals. That's why I put it in a box. Square of a vector is equal to square of its magnitude. So this line will be used to go from the world of vectors in the world of scalars, or conversely from the world of scalar into world of vector. तो मैं बोलता हूँ कि दो हमारे पास दुनिया है, एक दुनिया स्केलर की है, एक दुनिया वेक्टर की है, बीच में एक दरवाजा है, दरवाजा दोनों तरफ स्विंग करता है और उस दरवाजे के ऊपर ये नेम प्लेट लगी हुई है. स्क्वायर ऑफ द वेक्टर इज इक्वल टू स्क्वायर ऑफ इट्स मैग्नीट्यूड, कन्वर्सली स्क्वायर ऑफ द मैग्नीट्यूड इज इक्वल टू स्क्वायर ऑफ द vector. So this you are going to remember. I am going to use it in lot of numericals. I hope you have already noted it down. Otherwise you can pause the lecture and continue writing it. So now I will go to the next topic, of course under the dot product only, because today we are not touching vector product. Now properties of dot product. Properties of dot product. First property, A dot B is same as B dot A. All right. So you can say dot product is commutative, because A dot B क्या होगा, magnitude of A, magnitude of B, cos of angle between them, magnitude of B into magnitude of A into cos of angle between them. That implies the same thing. Now let's look at this property. So I'll give you a few seconds, all of you, those who are studying with me, try to give the answer here. Write in your copy the answer. I am giving you 10 seconds. What will be A dot B dot C? and then I'll give you the answer, and then you can match your answer with the answer you're going to look after few more seconds. So I'm still waiting. Please try in your copy. It's an interesting question. A dot B dot C. Okay, I'll give you the answer now. This is meaningless. So if you wrote this, you should be very happy with yourself. And why it is meaningless? Let us see. What is B dot C? B dot C is a number. So now what I get is A dot a number, and this is meaningless. You know why? Because dot, अभी यहाँ पे मैंने बताया था, and cross, again a very important line. Dot and cross are put between two vectors, not between a vector and a number. So if I say another caution here, let me write it for you. What is 2 dot A? 2 is a number, dot A. So your answer will be meaningless. Similarly, 3 cross vector A again will be meaningless, because dot and cross are always placed between two vectors, not between a number and a vector. If you want to multiply a vector by a number, how do you write down? You simply write down A and a 2 in the front. This topic is called, already been covered in the previous class, this is called scalar multiplying a vector by a scalar. Scalar means a number which could be a negative number also. So we don't put anything between 2 and A, no dot, no cross. At the most you can put a bracket if you feel like. So you can put a bracket like this, or you can put a bracket on 2 and like this, but no dot or cross. So that is why A dot B dot C is meaningless. B dot C तो defined है, वो एक नंबर आ जाएगा, लेकिन A डॉट नंबर आपका मीनिंगलेस हो जाएगा. Got it now? All right. So third, what is A dot B plus minus? So this you can open properly the way you normally open brackets. A dot B plus minus A dot C. Plus minus means either you can use this formula with plus, or you can use this formula with a minus. Alright, so this topic is also covered. So what property this will be called? This is commutative and this is called distributive property. Alright, fourth property. Suppose you want to take dot product of two vectors and both the vectors are multiplied with some random scalars. M is a scalar multiplied with vector A, but I have not put any dot and cross here. I told you, you have to write them like this, and there is another vector. So what you can do is, you can multiply the numbers separately and take dot product of the vectors. So MA dot NB will be MN A dot B. Alright. So fifth one, what will be A plus minus B whole square? So if you open it and derive it, finally it is going to come to this, and this is something like your algebra formula. You will remember A plus B whole square is A square plus B square plus 2AB, but यहाँ पे AB नहीं आएगा, A dot B आएगा. So A plus minus, okay, minus B है तो यहाँ पे एक minus B नीचे लगा देते हैं. So A plus B whole square will be vector A plus vector B whole square will be square of vector A plus square of vector B plus twice of the product, dot product of the vectors. So there is no need to derive this, it can be easily derived. And the last one, you can say vector A square minus vector B square, or vice versa will be A plus B. ये भी algebra के formula से याद हो जाएगा आराम से, A minus B. So A square, or I can write it in the reverse order also. A plus B dot A minus B will be A square minus B square. Alright. So this is the theory of dot product, but we are still to come to that part of the maths where we are going to actually do the numericals. This is okay, good for theory, but you can't do any numerical with this theory. Now you know what is the actual part of dot product? When the vectors are given in terms of I, J and K, then how do I find A dot B? Okay, so if I give you vector A and vector B, then how do we find A dot B? That is the portion with the help of what you are going to do the numerical. So, I will just clean the entire blackboard now. So, vectors is pretty easy, and once you understand the theory, then it is easy for you. Now, let me express vector A as A1i plus A2j plus A3k. So, this you already know that every vector can be expressed in terms of I, j and k. We have done it in the earlier classes. And every vector has a magnitude as well as direction. When you express the vector in terms of I, j, k, in this statement itself, both the information associated with the vector are very cleverly hidden. I can find the magnitude of this vector as well as I can find the direction of this vector. You know how do you find the magnitude of this vector? I am sure all of you will know it if you have been attending the previous lectures before this class. It is the square root of, इसको हम क्लास में ऐसे बोलते हैं, एक पोएम सी बना देते हैं, उससे थोड़ा इजी हो जाता है. What is the magnitude of the vector which is expressed in terms of I, j and k? It is the square root of the sum of the squares of the coefficients of i's, j's and k's. This way it looks pretty interesting to remember. We just made it a poem. Let me repeat it again for you, but slightly faster. It is the square root of the sum of the squares of the coefficients of i's, j's and k's. Simply put, a1 square plus b1, no, not b1, a2 square plus a3 square. So, it is the square root of the sum of the squares of the coefficients of i's, j's and k's. So, this is already been done. I just repeated it. And similarly, there is a way to find the direction of this vector. Direction means I can tell you what angles this vector makes with x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. And the symbols for those angles are alpha, beta and gamma. They are called direction angles. So, that topic we have already done, but I will revise it later on. So, right now the other vector B can be given symbol b1i plus b2j plus b3k. And now the target is, what is A dot B? So, I am going to give you a formula here. We can derive it also, but before I come to that formula, we should know 6 formulas. Okay, so what is I dot I? Incidentally, again let us recall what is I cap. I cap is a unit vector along or parallel to x-axis in the direction in which x coordinate is increasing. So, it is a vector along x-axis of magnitude 1. So, what is I dot I? It will be magnitude of I into cos. Think, what is the angle between I and I? Of course 0, they are in the same direction. So, this is 1, this is 1, cos 0 is also 1, so this is 1. So, I get 3 formulas. I dot I is 1, similarly j dot j is 1 and k dot k is also 1. And what will be I cross j? 0, क्योंकि I और j के बीच में एंगल 90 डिग्रीज होता है. कुछ बच्चे जो आज ही क्लास अटेंड कर रहे हैं वो सोचेंगे ये j कैप क्या है. J cap is a unit vector along y axis. So, I can draw like this for you. So, this is x axis and I can take this as y axis, this as z axis, three dimensional. So, a unit vector along x axis is I cap, a unit vector along y axis is j cap and a unit vector along z axis is k cap. तो i, j, j, k, k, i इन सब के बीच में एंगल 90 डिग्रीज होता है और अगर दो वेक्टर्स के बीच में 90 डिग्रीज एंगल होता है उनका डॉट प्रोडक्ट 0 होता है. अभी 5 मिनट पहले ही हमने किया था. तो j डॉट k क्या होगा, वो भी 0 होगा और k डॉट i क्या होगा, वो भी 0 होगा. ये बेसिक हो गया. इसको यूज़ करते हुए इसको डिराइव हम करते हैं. इसको ब्रैकेट में लिखेंगे, डॉट इसको करेंगे, फिर ब्रैकेट खोलेंगे, बट वो डेरिवेशन हम स्किप कर रहे हैं, डायरेक्ट फॉर्मूला लिख रहे हैं. तो a डॉट b होगा a1 b1 प्लस a2 b2 प्लस a3 B3, हम इनके प्रोडक्ट्स लेंगे A1 B1 प्लस A2 B2 प्लस A3 B3। तो इसको भी इंग्लिश में एक लाइन बना दे पोएम जैसे इसकी बनाई थी। डॉट प्रोडक्ट ऑफ टू वेक्टर्स विच आर एक्सप्रेस इन टर्म्स ऑफ ijk इज द सम ऑफ the products of the coefficients of i's, j's and k's. Let me repeat. Dot product of two vectors expressed in terms of ijk is the sum of the products of the coefficients of i's, j's and k's. It looks a little funny and that helps you to remember it. Similarly, यहाँ की वाली poem भी एक बार repeat करें. Magnitude of vector A is the square root of the sum of the squares of the coefficients of i's, j's and k's. Similarly, dot product of two vectors is the sum of the product of the coefficients of i's, j's and k's. Alright. Now, let us draw some inferences. If A is perpendicular to B, then what is A dot B? अभी तो आपको पता ही है सभी को, मेरे को बताने की भी जरूरत नहीं है, 0 है। तो क्या मैं बोल सकता हूँ A1 B1 प्लस A2 B2 प्लस A3 B3 0, क्योंकि A डॉट B यही होता है। तो ये भी एक पोएम बन गई फिर कि if two vectors are at right angles, the sum of the products of the coefficients of i's, j's and k's is 0. And let's recall, if A is parallel to B, then what does it imply? Does anybody remember? ये पहली क्लास में हो गया है। If A is parallel to B, it implies A1 upon B1 is equal to A2 upon B2 is equal to A3 upon B3. So look at the contrast. So you have two formulas. If two vectors are parallel, coefficients of i's, j's and k's are proportional, and if two vectors are at right angles, sum of the product of the coefficients of i's, j's and k's is 0. So that finishes the dot product. थोड़ा सा अभी बचेगा फिजिकल सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ डॉट प्रोडक्ट एंड कंपोनेंट ऑफ ए वेक्टर ऑन अ वेक्टर. So let us continue with the next topic. I think it will take another 10 minutes and then this lecture will be wrapped up. So the next topic is component or projection of vector A on B. ये टॉपिक भी पहले हो चुका है, लेकिन जब पहले हमने किया था the vectors were not expressed in terms of ijk, they were simply vector A and vector B. Now the vectors will be expressed in terms of I, j and k. Then how I am going to find it? Component of vector A on vector B. Alright. So what is the theory we did earlier? Suppose this is vector B and this is vector A. So I gave you a dialog. Whenever you have to find the component of vector A on vector B, the dialog we used was drop your anchors. ड्रॉप योर एंकर्स. एक एंकर आप यहाँ से गिराएंगे, इसको हम नाम दे देते हैं वेक्टर ए बी और सिंगल केस में वेक्टर ए. तो इसको ए डैश डाल देंगे, एक एंकर यहाँ गिराएंगे. एंकर का मतलब 90 डिग्रीज. शिप से अगर आप एक एंकर सी बेड पे गिराते हैं तो 90 डिग्रीज पे गिरता है. ये जो बनेगा ना ए डैश बी डैश, वेक्टर ए डैश बी डैश इज कॉल्ड component of vector A on vector B. So even if you have not seen the previous lecture, you can understand it. How do we find the component of vector A on vector B? Drop your anchors. The intercept made on the base vector B, A dash B dash vector is called the component of A on B. Now instead of dropping two anchors, I can drop one anchor as well. You see, vectors can be moved freely in the space. So I can move this vector AB so that it touches vector B. तो इस ए बी को आप ऐसे बना लीजिए. जरूरी नहीं है कि यहाँ से शुरू करें, कहीं से भी हो गया. ये वेक्टर ए हो गया, मतलब ये पॉइंट ए हो गया, ये बी हो गया, और इस वेक्टर को हम नाम दिया था हमने स्मॉल ए. यहाँ से एरो हटा देते हैं, दो एरो अच्छे नहीं लग रहे. तो ये वेक्टर ए बी हो गया जिसको मैंने नाम दिया ए, ये बेस वेक्टर हो गया बी। अब आपको मालूम है ये पहले हो चुकी है बात, वेक्टर्स कैन बी मूव फ्रीली इन द स्पेस एज लॉन्ग एज यू डोंट चेंज देयर डायरेक्शन एज वेल एज मैग्नीट्यूड, दैट इज व्हाई वेक्टर्स आर कॉल्ड फ्री वेक्टर्स। अब आपको थोड़ा पैसा बच जाएगा, आपको एक ही एंकर ड्रॉप करना पड़ेगा, ये किया, अब ये बन गया कंपोनेंट और ये बन गया एंगल बिटवीन टू वेक्टर्स। सो अब ए बी डैश इंस्टेड ऑफ ए डैश बी डैश, नाउ आई विल कॉल ए बी डैश इज द कंपोनेंट ऑफ ए ऑन बी। सो इज दिस ए स्केलर और ए वेक्टर? इट इज ए वेक्टर। अब अगर ये वेक्टर है तो इसकी दो बातें होंगी, एक तो इसका मैग्नीट्यूड होगा और एक इसकी डायरेक्शन होगी। मैग्नीट्यूड क्या होगा? इसका मैग्नीट्यूड क्या ले सकते हैं हम? मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ वेक्टर ए बी सेम एज मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ ए, और इट कैन बी सिंपली कॉल्ड ए ऑल्सो। तो मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ वेक्टर ए का ये सिंबल होता है, आप ऊपर का एरो हटा दो, दोनों के साइड के डंडे हटा दो, ऐसे भी लिख दो, वो भी मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ वेक्टर ए माना जाएगा। तो ट्रिग्नोमेट्री से ये क्या आएगा? ए कॉस थीटा। खाली जब आप नंबर लेते हैं ना, उसको बोलते हैं प्रोजेक्शन ऑफ ए ऑन बी। सो नाउ व्हाट इज प्रोजेक्शन? इसको स्केलर कंपोनेंट भी बोलते हैं। प्रोजेक्शन ऑफ वेक्टर ए ऑन वेक्टर बी इज ए कॉस थीटा। इसको मैं इसके ऊपर एरो डाल के दो डंडे भी डाल सकता हूँ, मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ वेक्टर ए कॉस थीटा। इससे है ना ज्योमेट्री से, इसमें आप ट्रिग्नोमेट्री में लगाओ राइट ट्राइंगल में, कॉस थीटा इज बेस अपॉन हाइपोटेन्यूज, क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे तो ए कॉस थीटा आएगा। तो ये कंपोनेंट नहीं है, ये प्रोजेक्शन है। अब इसको मैं ऐसे भी निकाल सकता हूँ, ए डॉट बी डिवाइड बाय मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ बी, ऐसे भी लिख सकता हूँ, एक ही बात है। बताओ कैसे आएगा ये? व्हाट इज ए डॉट बी? मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ ए, मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ बी, कॉस थीटा, मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ बी नीचे से कट जाएगा तो बचेगा मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ ए कॉस थीटा। ऑलराइट, सो दिस इज फर्स्ट फॉर्मूला फॉर यू। प्रोजेक्शन ऑफ ए ऑन बी इज दिस, एंड और इसी को कंपोनेंट में कन्वर्ट करना, कंपोनेंट ऑफ ए ऑन बी क्या होगा फिर? अब वो एक वेक्टर होगा जिसका मैग्नीट्यूड तो ये होगा और डायरेक्शन क्या होगी? अलोंग दिस वेक्टर। अगर थीटा एक्यूट है तो डायरेक्शन इधर होती है, थीटा ऑब्ट्यूज होता है तो डायरेक्शन ऑपोजिट टू बी होती है। डायरेक्शन में दो ही ऑप्शंस होंगे, यू विल बी अलोंग द बी इन द सेम डायरेक्शन और यू विल बी इन द ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन। तो अब मैग्नीट्यूड तो ये है ए डॉट बी डिवाइड बाय मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ बी, ये फॉर्मूला अभी हमने डिराइव किया, और इसको आप बी कैप से मल्टीप्लाई कर दीजिए। बी कैप क्या है? अ यूनिट वेक्टर अलोंग दिस डायरेक्शन। तो ये भी एक वेक्टर है, इसका मैग्नीट्यूड ये है और इसकी डायरेक्शन क्या है? सेम एज दैट ऑफ वेक्टर बी। अगर ये नंबर नेगेटिव आएगा तो इसकी डायरेक्शन हो जाएगी ऑपोजिट टू दैट ऑफ वेक्टर बी, और वो नेगेटिव कब आएगा? जब थीटा ऑब्ट्यूज होगा, क्योंकि ए डॉट बी में मैग्नीट्यूड ए होता है, मैग्नीट्यूड बी होता है, वो तो प्लस नंबर रहते हैं। कॉस थीटा ही डिसाइड करेगा कि ए डॉट बी प्लस है या ए डॉट बी माइनस है। सो दिस इज अनदर टॉपिक विच गेट्स ओवर। हाउ डू यू फाइंड द कॉम्पोनेंट ऑफ वेक्टर ए ऑन वेक्टर बी? सो दिस इज द फॉर्मूला. So you have to basically remember it. You are not going to derive it in the exam. There won't be that much of time with you. And projection में खाली ये आएगा, उसमें बी कैप नहीं आएगा। तो अगर मुझको ये पूछते हैं ना, इसको फॉर्मूले को फर्दर बना देते हैं हम, ओके? तो उसको मैं फर्दर डेवलप नहीं कर रहा हूँ, मैं पहले मैग्नीट्यूड निकालूंगा और फिर बी कैप से मल्टीप्लाई कर दूंगा। और हाउ डू यू फाइंड अ यूनिट वेक्टर अलॉन्ग बी? आई एम श्योर एवरीबडी नोज इट. हाउ डू यू फाइंड a unit vector along vector b? You take vector b and divide by its own magnitude. So unit vector along any vector is divide the vector by its own magnitude, it will convert into a unit vector. Now the last topic, what is the physical significance of the vector? So I hope all of you have understood it and you have written it also. So if you are not able to write it, you can pause your video and write it later. So the last topic of dot product is the physical significance of dot product. Physical significance का मतलब हो गया pertaining to physics. Work done by a force is F dot AB. So what does W stand for? Work done, it's a scalar quantity. ये थोड़ा सा ना injustice हो जाता है with the students who are non-physics, because physics students have done all this in class 11. So the students who doesn't have physics, commerce or humanities, with them this is a little injustice, and this portion normally I have not seen coming in the board exam. I have been teaching board classes for last 32 years. I have not seen this question coming, and lately it has not come for last 10 years at least. F stands for force vector, ये भी आपको IJK में दिया जाएगा, and AB stands for displacement vector. तो ये दोनों वेक्टर्स आपको इन टर्म्स ऑफ IJK होंगे, तो इनका डॉट प्रोडक्ट फिर से वही पोएम बनेगी. इट विल बी द सम ऑफ द प्रोडक्ट ऑफ the coefficients of i's, j's and k's. All right. So that finishes the dot product of two vectors. The next class will be on vector or cross product of two vectors, but before that I'll make a couple of lectures on numericals on dot product. See, once your theory is strong, you can do lot of numericals yourself except the typical ones, but the theory doesn't become strong just by theory. You have to do at least 10-20 numericals so that you understand the finer points of the theory. But yes, the beginning is with theory, learning the theory, learning the formulas, then doing the numericals, and as you do numericals more and more you go deeper into it, that theory which you have learned and partially understood, I will not say that you will understand it completely, that will become clearer and clearer, and after few questions you will be absolutely amazed that dot product has become so strong a topic for you. So bye for today, we will meet in the next class.